I spent over $1 million in marketing for home service businesses. Here are the only 4 things that worked. Alex Hormozy, guy with the nose strip. He has a lot of content for business owners. I follow him. I'm sure you probably do too if you like content like this on the internet. He has this core 4 system here that he came up with, and this is the only 4 ways to get new customers, and I agree with what he's saying. What I did in this video is went through and gave some color commentary for home service business and how you can apply this to your business. So he says there's people that know who you are, and you can reach out to them privately and get warm outreaches via referrals, which we're going to talk about that. Then you can go public with posting free content. We're going to talk about what that looks like for home service businesses and not just post on Facebook. There's cold outreach to people who don't know you, one-on-one private. And then there's running paid ads to the public for people who don't know you. And so in this video, I'm going to break it down. So let's go to the first one, which is posting free content. And to me, this is the number 1 place that most people start when they think about digital marketing for home service businesses, and that is SEO and social content. They think get reviews and post on my Facebook page. So let's just look at an actual Google search engine results page. What we found is that 87% of people are going to Google to start a search when they don't know who to use. And this is not just me saying this. I just literally typed this into Gemini just so that y'all can see that it's not, oh my gosh, Phil's just making this number up. You can see they're saying 84% of homeowners used Google before choosing a contractor for home services. So this is still very true, and it's true right now. All the recent reports that I've seen are still 80%. That leaves 20% that are not using Google, but 80%, this is where everyone's going. So that's why I always start here. All right. So the first thing is ads. We're going to talk about Google LSAs. We're going to talk about Google search ads, but where people start here is offsite SEO. This is your Google business profile. So what can you do? On this slide over here, I have more, better, different. We're going to talk about that for every single thing. All right. So here, what can you do more of? You can get more reviews. We all know that. What can you do better? You can make sure that if you are searching for plumber, you want to make sure that you have plumber or plumbing in your name. So that's something that better, you can change whatever you're doing and make sure that your profile is better. The other thing you do to make your profile better is to make sure that you have responding to reviews and that you're posting on your Google business profile regularly. This helps show that you're active. Different, probably change your names different. So there's better and then there's different. Change your name, get it. You don't just change your name. You have to get a DBA, doing business as, and then you change your name to reflect the services that you offer. And for this, it's pretty much cut and dry what it is. From an agency perspective, you can build out citations with your name, address, and phone number matching. You can make sure that you have your primary category, your secondary category correct. Those are some of the things that you need to look at. But just like holistically for someone watching this, that's how you do more, better, and different. This right here is called on-site SEO. And I make a lot of content about this on YouTube because this part is very confusing for people. And there's a lot of ways to do this more, better, and different. This is free, right? It's your website. You post content on your website and you rank on here. So how do you do more, better, different? More? Well, the first thing is more. We see this all the time. You're a plumbing company, but you don't have all the different services that you offer, right? They don't know that you do tankless water heaters. They don't know that you do hot water heater inspections. They don't know that you do water softeners. So basically, you want to make sure that you're building all of your services pages. You want to build out more pages about what you do. So that way you're telling Google that you have a page to go to for that specific service. How can you do this better? On your actual pages, there's 3 sections: your title tag, meta description, and H1. I'm going to show you this in a section. I'm doing this live, but we're going to see if this is true, which I'm sure that it is because they do it right. And this is how you rank number 1. So this is a page dedicated just to their plumbing services. So this is what I'm talking about, building out these plumbing services, ACP pages, electrical pages, water heater pages. Then how do you make this better? So on your title tag, this is the 3 sections I mentioned. You want to have plumber in Dallas. You want to have a meta description. You want to mention plumbing, and you want to mention Dallas. And then your H1, you want to mention Dallas plumber. That's how you do it better. That's it. You got to make sure that you have your title tag, meta description, H1 with those 3 things: plumber Dallas, plumber Dallas, plumber Dallas. All right. And how do you do this different? A really cool way to do this is you build out case studies. So you could say that you're a plumber in Dallas and you could have a page like this. But what if you actually showed a real project that you did of a plumbing job in Dallas, and you have before and after pictures, and you told the story of why the customer reached out, the unique solution that you put together, and the outcome for the customer with maybe a review. So that's SEO. It's free. All those things that I just told you to do is free. You could do it yourself or you could hire someone to do it. But in the general, you're posting free stuff online so that Google recommends you when people are searching for it. Now, social content, we all know, go to Facebook, post something. Maybe people see it, maybe they don't. Maybe it's going to give you customers or not. There is a more better, different way to do social media content that some of the best creators have unlocked. So I was out in Las Vegas a couple months ago, and I was with all the jobber ambassadors, which I'm a jobber ambassador. I'm not like, 200,000 followers or something. Like literally I'm with all these guys that have hundreds of thousands of followers because they are in the home service space and they create content and then they are partnered with jobber. So I'm sitting there with this guy, he's about like 26, 27. Shout out Dumpire. Hunter Patrick. We're sitting there talking about just like stuff, and he's like probably 25, 26, 27, something like that. And I'm like, dude, what do you do for social content? He's like, I literally strap a GoPro onto me and I tell the customer that I'm recording. We use it for marketing and also just to make sure that everything goes well. And then he just clips it at the end and he posts it. And he has probably 250,000 subscribers, followers on Instagram. And I was like, what other marketing do? He's like, dude, I have so many leads coming in off Instagram. And I'm like, well, isn't it people from all over the world or country? And he's like, yeah, but I have a network of people that I can filter the leads to. And I have a bunch of leads locally because I post local content as well. So I'm sharing all that to say that it's not just post some random customer testimonials on your Facebook. That's fine, right? That's fine, but it's not more, better, different. So how can you do more? Well, first, you can do more content. So if you're just doing once a week, you can do twice a week. If you're doing twice a week, you can do 4 times a week. Like my company, we post Tuesdays and Thursdays, but you could do more. So we post Tuesdays and Thursdays, you post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, other things that's real on the job site. How can you do better? Better is always video, in my opinion, because a video gets a lot more engagement and reach on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And so creating video content with the questions that your customers are actually asking, that's a better way to do social content. And then different, strapping a GoPro onto you, going out and interview people, even just like being at the job site and doing the work and walking through that stuff. There's a lot of ways you can do different social content that's going to stand out, but that's the more better, different social content. So this is all free stuff. So, I mean, this is literally how you post free content to get new customers for your business. Next up is paid ads. So running paid ads here is people who don't know you run paid ads. And this is to get to the public. So we talked about posting free content and doing all the stuff that I just told you this is free. Then running paid ads. Now this part here, I rank these out for what I would recommend doing. So let me go back here and we're going to pull this up. So if we know that majority of people go to Google to search, we know that Google local service ads is the #1 real estate on Google. So you should have Google local service ads set up for your business and you should be tracking your return on ad spend every single month. So over here, Google LSA is #1. Then if we know that Google search ads are #2 on the place where everyone goes to search for a business, you should be here. So #2, Google search ads. And okay, people here, they see Yelp ads, are like, bro, no Yelp ads. The reason that I put Yelp ads here is because typically inside of these top sections here, this is almost like a 5th place to have your business is Yelp. If you do the search in your area, I guarantee it's probably going to be Yelp somewhere on this first page. And people are literally going to click on it because they're going to say, oh, I'm curious, who are the best 10 playing in Dallas, Texas? And people are going to click on this and they're going to go to Yelp. That's why it's a 5th wheel. I know they're annoying. Trust me. I used to be at a home service business. They call me all the time. It's annoying. But we have clients that spent $10,000 last month and made $117,000. So we know that all these channels work. What really it takes to run paid ads is you need to know your return on ad spend. You have to know the data from start to finish. Don't just throw the money up there. Now, Google LSA, you can throw the money up there. You're going to get warm leads. There's not much that's needed to get LSA. The problem with LSA is that it's a crapshoot. If you have 5 reviews in this example, you might not be shown here. You might be shown here. Who knows? This company might spend $1 million a week and they might only get 3 leads. Who knows? But you should have it set up so that way you're in the mix. Everyone gets burned on Google search ads when they first do it because it's a black hole. You spend money, you have no idea your return on ad spend, and then it doesn't work for you. There's a better strategy to do this, right? We're talking about more, better, different. The better strategy to do this, well, one, if you're spending $1,000, okay, maybe $1,000 is enough. Could I spend more? Sure. But again, you need to have your return on ad spend data so you know that I spent $1,000 and I made X amount. Then what's better? Better is going through and actually making sure your keywords are ranking right. And like, if I want to spend my cost per click, let's say I'm running ads for two different services that I offer, HVAC repair and HVAC installation. HVAC installation is probably going to be a lot more expensive of a click because it's higher ticket, where HVAC repair is going to be a lower click, but it could turn into installation opportunities down the line. This is how you do better. You look at your data and you make decisions, and you make better decisions with your keywords. So that way you're setting yourself up for success for the return on ad spend. And then different would be to offer some type of a promo deal. More, better, different for all these is exactly kind of what I just said is, could you spend more money if your return on ad spend number is good? You spent 1,000, you made 5,000, do more. If you're not getting the return on ad spend, can I do something better? Is there a way that I can make my keywords better? Could I make my landing page better? Could I optimize this? Could I change that? Then different. Okay, I need to offer a promo or something so that way when someone clicks on my ad and they go to my landing page, I'm offering them a promo of something different. So in this order, Google LSA, Google search ads, Yelp ads, YouTube ads, meta ads, mailers. Mailers are expensive. Who knows if it works? It's literally just sending stuff out to people. That's why I would rank them in this way. And I have a graph at the end of this I'm going to show you where I actually go through and rank all these things based off of what I would start with first. Cool. So that's paid ads. Next up is warm outreach. And again, I have videos on the channel. I just did a webinar with Jobber about the B2B partnerships. But basically, warm outreach is getting referrals. In home service, you want to get referrals from your customers, and I'm sure you get referrals from your customers. But there's another way to get referrals to new customers from B2B partnerships. And I'm talking, if you're a gutter cleaning company, partner with roofers or vice versa. If you're a landscaping company, partner with gutter cleaning companies and pass leads back and forth between each other. It's a home run and it's free. And how could you more, better, different, get more partners? So I'm sure you listening to this, you're like, oh yeah, this realtor refers me all the time. This plumber refers me all the time. Well, you need to get more of those people that can refer you business. Then what does better look like? Better looks like making an actual program that they can sign up for, and it's structured, that they feel confident that they're going to refer you business, right? You have a page on your website for referrals. They refer you business, and then you send the leads, you close the leads, you pay them out. Better system and scalable. Different would be maybe working with PTA organizations or charities or other people outside of the typical relationship that you think of that you could also leverage their book of business or their customer base and get leads coming in the door. Again, this is free. You could do this. And then the last one, I'm not even going to really talk about this, but cold outreach. We all know for home service, cold outreach. I mean, we have an $18 million company that we work with that built to $18 million just by door knocking. They have 18 canvassers that just generate leads. This is not digital marketing. I'm not the expert on this. If it was me starting a business or running a home service business, I would not do door knocking because it's not scalable for me. But cold outreach is one way to get business coming in the door. More, better, different. I'm sure there's ways on that. All right, so I'm going to rank these from best to worst of what I would recommend doing. And I'm going to do this off what's called an interest graph. And basically, when someone asks us like, hey, what about meta ads? What about this? What about that? And we go through this, as a consulting company, these 4 things to get new customers. We're looking at the intent searches, because high intent searches like HVAC repair near me, this is where these people are going to search, and this is where they're starting their search. They're going to these 3 places. They're going to Google, like we talked about. So Google LSA, Google search ads, your Google business profile rankings, and then your on-site rankings. Then the 5th wheel, okay, Yelp. It's on there. So people are going to Yelp, or they're landing on Yelp for this search term. And then the last one is they're asking B2B partners or referrals. They're asking other people, partnerships, hey, I know a good plumber when they're out there. Hey, do you know a good painter? So they're asking these people this stuff, high intent searches. So I would recommend doing this first. Next is consideration. This is like, I'm doing a little bit of research on X, Y, and Z. I'm learning about, should I get gutter guards in my house or not? So consideration would be YouTube. A lot of times people are watching videos or getting an understanding of what things are. And so you could run ads on YouTube. The thing that I like about YouTube ads is that it connects with Google. And so it's like, hey, Google, search keywords, then those keywords you can run as YouTube ads and move up the interest graph. One huge caveat before we move up the stages, I tell people maximize this first. A lot of people want to hit all these different tiers, right? They want to run meta ads, they want to do mailers, they want to do YouTube, but they haven't maximized on these tiers first. And to me, it's like, why? Because if we can get more people that are searching for the exact service that you want right now, why would we waste money moving up the interest graph to people that are not as interested in getting the service? If we could max out all this, and then once this bucket is done, like we don't think we can get any more out of it, right? We have the return on ad spend data, we have it going. Then let's move up to the next stage here. YouTube, and same thing with Meta. Now, Meta, social, TikTok, whatever, it's kind of all in the middle. It's in the middle of awareness and consideration, because you can retarget people that go to your website, you retarget them, and they're in the consideration phase or awareness phase. But 9 times out of 10, if you've ever run Facebook ads before, a lot of times it's tire kickers or price shoppers. It's not going to be high intent, warm leads right down here. And you're going to be working them a lot harder to try to get them to close, to get them to be high intent. And so that's how I'd work my way up this. So hopefully this video was helpful. If you need help implementing these things for your business, or you're like, all this sounds good, but I don't know how to get my return on ad spend numbers. I don't know how to do this. I don't want to do this in my business, and I'm looking for a company. That's what my company does. Happy to hop a call and show you how it works. If not, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.